Well, guys, welcome to Ramtar Solutions and welcome to your grade 10 Algebra. Today, in the past papers that we're dealing with your Gauteng Province grade 10 Mathematics June exam of 2018. Okay, so without any waste of time, let's get into it. So, the first question says simplify. Now, Roman figure 1 says simplify 3x all squared and negative 2xy all cubed all over 2x to the 5 y to the 4. So it is the product of 2x all squared and negative 2xy all cubed all over 2x to the 5 y to the power 4. Right? Perfect. Now, when reading this, I said it's 3x all squared, meaning everything is squared. So what is 3 squared? It is 9, and then of course x squared. And then, open bracket, negative 2 cubed. What is it? It'll be negative 8. X cubed, y cubed. All over 2x to the 5 and y to the 4. Now this will be 9 times 8 is, I believe, 72. So it'll be negative 72. Alright, it's negative 72. So you can then say, when bases are the same, you add exponents. Alright, when bases are the same, you add exponents. But let's not do that. Let's just say x cubed times x squared will be x to the 5 and then y cubed all over 2x to the 5 and y to the 4. Right? This then reduces to negative 72 divided by 2 will be negative 36. As you can see, you can cancel x to the 5 with the x to the 5. Or you can say x to the 5 minus 5. Y to the 3 minus 4. This will be reduced to negative 36, x to the 0, and y to the negative 1. Right? So this then becomes, if you like, can leave it as negative 36 y to the negative 1, or if you like, can leave it as negative 36 over y. Okay, can leave it as negative 36 over y. It's totally up to you. All right, now let's head to the second question. Under question 1, Roman figure 2, we're looking at 1 over p minus q, all multiplied by 1 over p plus q minus q over p squared into 1 over q plus qp squared. Alright? Plus qp squared. So this will be reduced to, now let's see. This, as you can see, it looks like it's the same bracket, but one has a plus and another has a negative. This is what we call a difference of two squares. So this will be 1 over p squared. Let me put it in a bracket. Minus q squared. It is how this bracket looks like, right? Minus this multiplied by this will be 1 over p squared. Or since you're in grade 10, do not rush through things. Let's just do this. You will say q over p square q plus q square p square. Right? So we then proceed and say, okay, 1 over p square minus, let me just take it a bit down, 1 over p square minus, I think I don't like what I did here. Let me just begin with the fraction first. 1 over p square, much better, minus q square, right? Minus, here we have 1 over p square As you can see, the q's are cancelling. And what else do we have? I forgot here we're supposed to say, because I was multiplying, not here. Here I was multiplying with everything that it was supposed to be p squared. Alright, because it was this multiplied by this. So pardon me, it's supposed to be q squared p squared all over p squared. Therefore, this, as you can see, they are cancelling. The p squareds are cancelling. So we are left with plus q squared. Right? We are left with q squared. Now, we don't need to worry about anything. We don't need to simplify anything inside these brackets. So I'm going to remove these brackets altogether. So we will have 1 over p squared minus q squared. And this negative times positive, so it'll be minus 1 over p squared minus 1 over p squared, and then negative times q squared will be negative q squared. So minus q squared. As you can see, 1 over p squared minus 1 over p squared becomes 0. You are left with negative 2 squared. Alright? You are left with negative 2q squared. Right? So this is you simplifying number 2. Now proceeding, going to Roman figure, question 2, which says factorize completely. We are given, Roman figure 1, we are given 6p plus 40 minus p squared. What I like doing, whenever I see expressions like this, I like leaving them in the form ax squared plus bx plus c, right? So I'm going to take negative as a common factor. It'll be negative. I'm left with p squared minus 6p minus 40. Remember, guys, by taking out negative as a common factor, it does not change the equation. It's still the same thing. Because when you look at it, negative times positive, it's positive. So negative times p squared, it's negative p squared. Negative 1, in other words, negative 1 times negative 6p, it's positive 6p. Negative 1 times negative 40, it's positive 40. Do you see? It didn't change the expression. It's still the same things. Of course, we have rearranged it in a manner that we are used to. Okay, by saying I begin with a square, power 1, and then a constant. Right? So, now I see this looks like something that can be factorizable. So I will say p minus, leave a space, p minus, leave a space. So, we are now looking for factors of 40. 20 times 2 can work, and 10 times 4. I prefer 10 times 4. Right? So as you can see, the constant is negative. Since the constant is negative, it means the bigger factor will take the sign of the middle term. What is the middle term? The sign of the middle term is negative. So this guy must be positive. This is it. We have factorized this. Okay. We have factorized this. All right. We have factorized this question. Now, proceeding, let's then head to Roman figure 2. It's my favorite. Now, Roman figure 2 says, let's see, negative xy minus y minus x all multiplied by b plus b squared. All right? So what we're going to do, we're not going to hurry to do anything. We are simply going to try to see before we do anything, try to see if we can break down these brackets or we need to factorize straight away. The way that I'm seeing it, we cannot factorize this yet, so we'll need to break down these brackets. So negative xy minus yb, negative times negative is positive, right? Plus, okay, plus bx plus b squared. Do you guys see that now? Now we're going to factorize by grouping. Now when we factorize by grouping, I see here we have y that is common. We also have a negative. So perhaps let's say our common factor is negative y. What are we left with? We are left with x plus b, isn't it? Perfect. What is our common factor in these two terms? It is b. So it will be plus b. We are left with x plus b. Again, there is a common factor here. What is it? It is x plus b. What are we left with? A negative y plus b. So this is us factorizing this expression. So now you have completed your question. You are good to go. And check, you have 12 marks. And we were able to do this in less than 12 minutes. Remember, in your examination, 1 mark, 1 minute. For every 1 mark, spend a minute for it. Okay, you see now, by being able to answer your questions in less than the time expected, it means you will now have enough time to correct your mistakes. Okay, but of course, do not rush into questions. Take it easy. All right. So with that being said, it's a wrap and bye-bye.